Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of Ask Mr. Mo. So, a few weeks ago, I asked on Facebook, was there any questions around STEAM that anybody had? And actually, Desalyn Culver, a good friend of mine I went to high school with, asked me, she's actually a teacher as well. So, she asked me, is there a way to bring kids into STEAM if you don't have access to a lot of technology, so like drones or maybe even computers and things of that nature? And so that was a great question, Desalyn. Thanks for asking that. So my opinion, yes, there are many ways. Ultimately, when we're teaching STEAM, we use a lot of technology here because we use it as a hook. And for youth, it's very important to have something that interests them from the outside that they can look at and say, hey, maybe that's something I want to look deeper into. And so that's why we use technology. But it's not necessary. The main point of what we do when we teach kids about STEAM, it's not that we're trying to train them to be the programmers or actual engineers. The whole goal is to give them foundational skills that they can then use whatever career they decide to pursue. So those foundational goals are problem solving, collaboration, the ability to work in teams. Also critical thinking and reasoning, right? And then also to develop their spatial intelligence, which we believe is very important and a foundational skill that you'll need as anybody really pursuing any sort of a STEM degree or any career in particular. So how do you do that without technology? So one of the things that we like to do is really create excuse me, is create design challenges, right? So, and really all you need for design challenges are pencil and paper, right? Or some way to write down or even draw your ideas out. And so you can come up with very cool ways of engaging the kids around their ability to sit, think, collaborate, and come up with some cool ideas. And so those cool ideas really can range from anything. So one of the things that we used to do was called Kickstart Your Community. So in this activity, we had the children think about people within their community that they see on a daily basis, whether it's teachers, the mailman, grandparents, people at the grocery store, anybody that they see in their daily lives. And then think of something that they can use that would make their lives easier. For example, if we were using the mailman, right? So one of the things that you could probably come up with is something that carries the mail for them, right? So right now they're carrying a bag, right? Typically, but the bag is only so big, and you can only carry so much if you're walking around, right? So typically the bag is lightweight, right? And it can only carry so much mail. So maybe an idea could be that you develop a little rover that follows the mailman so that they don't have to continuously go back to the mail truck to refill their bag. So, and then, so what would that look like, right? So, what types of wheels would it have? What shape would it have? How would it be powered? How would it be able to follow the mailman? Does the mailman wear some sort of tag? Does it have like a fingerprint sensor that maybe opens up for that particular mailman? So these are things that you can walk kids through that are very, it allows them to kind of think about, first of all, who their user is, and then what are some of the things that you can develop as a young engineer, scientist, or maker that will make their lives better. So good question, Desalyn, but that's definitely something that we like to use that doesn't require any technology, but it does require you to be able to think and to be able to talk to your teammates and kind of figure out a solution. So give that a try, and I'll see you in the next episode of Ask Mr. Mo.